We have a few cans of food and a rabbit. For what, 10, 12 people? When I was in the Navy...
I do not wish to hear about what you got up to in the Navy, Mr. Pearson.
We were stranded at sea for 50 days.
And you unfortunately survived.
When we ran away from Blackwater, I wasn't able to get supplies in.
Well, when government agents are hunting you down, sometimes shopping trips need to be cut short. We'll survive. We always have. And if needs be, we can eat you. You're the fattest.
I sent Lenny and Bill hunting, and they found nothing.
Well, Lenny's more into book learning than hunting. Bill's a fool. Unless those mountains are full of game that want to read, ain't no wonder they found
Enough of this. We'll go find something. Come on, Arthur.
Wait a second. Hold on. Here. You're gonna need something to eat out there.
Assorted, salted offal. Starving will be preferable.
Come on, let's go.
You can't go hunting. Look at your hand.
I can't stay here listening to you two. Look, if there's game in those hills, I'll find it. And you can kill it.
You need to rest, Charles.
You think this is rest? Come along.
Hello there, guys. I started this off, was expecting a little bit of time to be able to speak to you, but they all started chatting and I didn't want to talk over them, so I was waiting for a nice moment to pause. A couple of things I want to tell you before we jump into this. I have changed a couple of my settings. If I go to my controls, I have changed this, which is my control type to standard FPS. Now the reason being, on the left stick, on the original controls, if I pressed it, I would kneel on the floor, which is really annoying because when I'm panicking and trying to get away from something, I accidentally press that down and it kneels down. So this has been a problem with me with quite a few Rockstar games over the years. So I'm quite pleased that on this game they've given you the option to change that. Now, the setting that I have now, that toggles running on and off, so it's much better. And now the A button is my crouch. I've also changed, where is it? This. So toggle to run instead of holding it down to run. I find that a lot easier. So I've made those couple of changes, everything else is just the same, and I'm now on my third video. What I have realised is that all three of these videos are still chapter 1, so it's just missions within chapter 1. So because of that, I thought what might be a good idea is to play through with my evil character, which is this one, up until I get to chapter 2, and then complete the entire of chapter 1 again on my good character, starting from the beginning. So I did kind of want to do one mission on one, then the other, but it's just too repetitive to do that. So at the moment I'm playing on evil Arthur, and we're going to see how that pans out later in the game. Now, I do find it quite difficult to play with the evil character, because normally in a game where there's a moral decision to be made, I always do the good thing. I'm always trying to help people and that kind of stuff. So it's a little bit more tricky to play a character differently to the way I would act. So that's quite tricky. But in the cutscene we've just seen there, he did say, hey, you're really fat, we might as well eat you. And he also said, I'd rather starve, when the guy gave him some food. So it's a little bit of a shit. So I don't mind playing the role of someone who is a little bit more evil than I normally would. So it's a little bit more feisty. It's a bit straightforward with his talking, and I kind of like that because it enables me to play him like a more of a negative character than what I'd normally play. So I'm going to jump into it. I'm not going to talk whilst the game is on because quite often they say something when I don't expect them to, and then I have to, mute all of my audio afterwards, like post-edit, and I don't want to do that. It takes too long, so it's just not my style. So if I feel like I want to say something, I'll pause it and I'll speak, otherwise I'll just let it play out. So here we go.
Here, you take this. I can't use it and you'll have to.
Oh, you're joking.
Use a gun and we'll scare off every animal for miles around. You're never too old to learn, I imagine. All right, let's head out.
Okay, this mission is blatantly going to be how to hunt. So I'm obviously going to have to go off and kill something and bring it back just to teach me how hunting happens. So it still feels like I've not really got into the game yet. It feels like I'm in like a big tutorial section. So hopefully it'll open up within the next couple of missions, but this is blatantly a tutorial. So let's crack on.
How are you holding up, Charles?
I'm okay, apart from this hand. Stupid mistake.
Still bad?
It'll be fine in a day or two. I just can't pull a bow right now.
I sure hope I can. Never really got the hang of it.
You'll be fine.
So, you reckon we're gonna find something to kill that ain't no Driscoll?
Huh. There's meat up here for sure. Pearson doesn't know what he's talking about. Now the weather's eased off a bit, they'll be needing to feed. We'll head up this way. Find some higher ground.
Whew. Been a wild few days, all right. That ride north from Blackwater, getting stuck in the storm, bringing John back in.
You've had a lot put on you. I wish I could have done more.
I didn't mean it like that, just a lot to think back on.
I still don't really know what happened on that boat.
Me neither.
No, not me.
Well, Javier told me a bit, but it sure weren't good.
Those horses look amazing. Just the way the muscles move, and you can see that they've got weight and bulk. It's really impressive, and the snow looks good as well. So yeah, I've got very, very high expectations for this game. I think it's going to set the bar for a lot of games to come for the next few years. So I mean, even now, just in the snow, it looks amazing.
See some of the ground uncovered here. Come on, let's try this way. Keep your eyes peeled for movement. The wind's died down too.
That's good.
No wind at all is bad, but if it's too strong, they won't move. Now shh. Stay quiet. Hey, stop here a second. I see something.
Whoa!
There's deer been here. Recently.
How can you tell?
How can you not? We'll track them on foot. You're gonna need the bow. Don't leave it on your horse. The gun will scare everything around. Keep down. Move quietly and slowly. You see the tracks?
I think so. Maybe not.
Focus. It's easier in the snow, but once you get your eye in, you'll be able to track nearly as well in grass and woods.
Is that an animal just in front? Yes, it is. Okay, let's get a little bit closer. Be quiet. Shh.
Shh. Down there. You see him?
Yes, I do.
Quick, get that bow out, Arthur. Try to hit him in the neck or head. Quick and clean. Get good tension on the string before releasing. Just don't overdo it. Good shot. Now let's try for another.
Well, I could only see one. So yeah, this is a lot easier than I was expecting. I've got the auto aim helping me. So I think that's probably why I managed to kill that in one shot. Maybe I wouldn't be so successful just all off my own skill. But obviously we need to kill more than one. So I'll go and, I don't know, skin this one or something before we move on. I hope I can retrieve my arrow. Huh, yes I can. Okay, I can't skin it or anything, so I'm just going to go and try and find another one if he wants me to kill another one. And then hopefully that will move things along, so... I've got to say, I do like this eagle eye thing. It's very subtle. I don't want to spook it.
Got it. Well done. I think that's all we can carry. Okay, you pick up one, I'll get the other.
You sure your hand's okay?
It'll be fine once I get it on my shoulder. Okay, I'll go grab the other one.
I want my arrow back. Awesome. Well, that went incredibly well compared to what I expected. Whistle for my horse. My horse is miles away. Is it coming? Horsey. I think it's too far away. Oh no, here it comes, look. It's just coming over the river. Awesome. Okay, that's really quite impressive. I didn't expect to be able to whistle the horse from that distance, so that is pretty damn useful. And this looks really good. It looks heavy, it looks bulky. That is really impressive. Can I run whilst cat? Yes, I can. Right, stow the deer.
That should do us, boy.
Oh, that was a bit of a shame. The ropes there to tie it on just appeared. I didn't tie them. That's a little bit of a shame, really. I expected to see an animation of him tying it onto the horse.
Come on, boy.
Oh, that looks so good. The animation on the horse is spectacular. Just like that turn there. And also, when I was coming over to this, and the horse... have I got my bow out? Yes. Oh no, I've put it away. No, I've got it out again. And that, look at that, where it's just scraping at the floor. That's so cool. That is really impressive. But I did notice it get tilted its head to one side while I was riding. Now, I have ridden horses most of my life. Well, when I was a child, not so much as an adult. But I grew up, my auntie owned a riding stables, and then my ex-partner, her mother owned a stud farm. So I kind of have experience of horses, the way they move, the way they look.
Back when you are.
And this just looks good. It looks very good. So let's head on back.
Oh, watch it. Nice work, Arthur. Should be enough meat here to keep us all fed for a few days.
You found him.
I knew you'd be okay with that bow.
It's easier when they ain't shooting back.
We've seen enough of that.
Considering how things were looking a couple of days back, well, maybe our luck's finally on the turn.
Seems to me we should be putting our effort into getting off this mountain now.
Soon. People are still weak, and well, you've seen how snowed in those wagons are. They ain't going nowhere until we get some more thaw.
You're probably right. And even if we do get off here, what then? Still have a big price on our heads.
This is a big country. We'll find somewhere to lie low. Dutch and Jose will have a plan. You notice how Pearson's had a bottle in his hand ever since we fled Blackwater? We give the camp cook 5 minutes to grab the essentials and go, and he doesn't even bring a crumb of food.
Good that we caught more than one. A lot of mouths to feed.
And that girl from the ranch now, too. But not sure she'll be eating much.
She has a wild look in her eye.
You would, too. She lost her husband, her home, everything she had.
So what do we do with her?
Once we get out of here and we're back on our feet, we'll see. She might have family somewhere.
So it was O'Driscoll's you ran into there?
Yeah. Last thing we was expecting.
What is it with the O'Driscolls?
You ain't dealt with them? I suppose. Hell, we ain't run into them much the last 6 months. I guess because they've been over this way.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of talk about them.
Well, we've been scrapping over scores with them for years. Big gang. Nasty sons of bitches. Their leader, Combe, and Dutch go way back. And not in a good way. A proper blood feud.
So I heard. Watch out! Bear up ahead. Let's see if we can find another way around. He must be real hungry. Stay well back. Spring storms like this are the worst for animals that sleep all winter. Cut up here, off the trail.
Easy, boy.
I've just got to quickly say, did you see that just then? The way the guy in front of me caught the tree and a bit of snow came off it, that looked amazing. So I'm so impressed with just the little tiny touches to this game. Let's see if he does it again on this tree. Like, pay attention to the branch as he goes past it.
We ain't ever talked that much, you and me. How long you been with us now? 5, 6 months?
Something like that?
Bet you didn't expect this.
What?
Any of this. Blackwater mess. Being up here.
Sooner or later, a job's gonna go wrong. Nature of life.
Another thing I've just noticed that is really impressive. Look at how much snow is on my back and also on the deer. When we first started riding, there was no snow on the deer, no snow on my back. But now, as we're riding through the snow, it's starting to accumulate. So just watch the deer. That's such amazing attention to detail. Bloody awesome. I am very impressed.
I just thought you might have moved on by now.
You want me to move on?
No. No, not at all. I know you could run it alone, no problem.
I did that for a long time. I'm done with it. Always wondering if someone's gonna kill you in your sleep.
I still wonder that most nights.
I reckon you're okay. This suits me. Sure, I could fall in with another gang, but Dutch. You know, Dutch is different.
Oh, yes. Dutch is certainly different.
He treats me fair. Most of you do. And for a fellow with a black father and an Indian mother, that ain't normally the case.
Well, we need you now. More than ever.
Good. And how long have you been with these boys? Why ain't you run off?
Me? 20 years, something like that. Since I was a boy.
20 years?
Yeah. He taught me to read. John, too. Taught me a few other things, him and Hosea.
I'm sure.
Dutch saved me. Saved most of us. That's why we need to stick by him through this. He always sees us right.
How's that new horse?
He's all right. He'll do for now. I appreciate you letting me take Taima the other night.
She's the strong one. It's been as hard on the horses as on the rest of us. I don't know what Dutch would do if something happened to the Count.
Same with Bill and Brown Jack. He's a drunk, miserable bastard, but he loves that horse.
I hope they all make it.
I tried to ride the Count once. Up me faster than a bull. Won't take nobody but him. Whoa!
I'm gonna hitch Taima over here.
Oh yeah. I'd accidentally press the camera button. So we have first person, and then we have three ultimate cameras. So I kind of prefer this one where I'm a little bit further away. I think I'd accidentally gone into there by mistake when I was trying to activate the cinematic mode. The other thing I kept doing just then is taking out my bow, and that's because I was pressing the right trigger to accelerate my horse like a car, and the right trigger is to aim my bow. So that's why I kept taking my bow out and putting it back. So I'm still getting used to the controls.
Brought some food back, boys!
It's next to mine. We don't want him running off.
Look at the amount of snow now on the deer and on my back. You know, that's really, really impressive, your attention to detail there.
Come on, let's get these over to Pearson. And thank you for showing me how to use the bow properly.
I only showed you a little. Takes a lifetime of practice to master.
Now that looks heavy, doesn't it? That's so awesome.
Well, well, well! What a surprise. Find a camp rat loitering around in the kitchen.
Is that any way to greet an old friend? I feel like we haven't spoken for days.
I do my utmost to avoid you.
He loves me, really. It's his sad way of showing affection.
No, it isn't. Now shoot, get lost.
Well, see you gents later.
See, you got on just fine.
Charles is a wonder.
Have a drink, boys. You earned it.
Jesus, what is that?
Navy rum, sir. It's the only thing. The only thing. Keeps you sane, it does.
Yes, seems to have done a treat on you. You go rest that hand, Charles.
We'll be fine in a few days.
You mind helping me with the skinning, Mr. Morgan? It's easier if we do it together.
Do I get to skin you?
You're always one with the jokes, aren't you? Come on.
This really isn't a job for a man with a burnt hand. I'll see you both later.
You skinned that one you dumped on the floor there.
Well, I'm pretty good at that.
Not too bad, Mr. Morgan. Yeah. They always said you were a butcher. You know, you could trade these or sell these in pretty much any town, if you're looking to make a legitimate bit of money, of course.
Right now, I'm just looking to get off this mountain alive.
Well, if you catch anything else, you bring it to me.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Heck, Arthur Morgan's first decent bit of hunting after all these years.
Yeah, well, we're on the run now. Everyone's got to do their bit to survive. Let's make a good stew. Folk need it. It's been a tough few days.
Well, there we go, guys. That is another mission complete. Obviously, I'm still in Chapter 1. We're still playing with Evil Arthur, and I'm going to continue doing this until at least Chapter 1 is completed before I play with Good Boy Arthur. Not much to recap. We've had a bit of a chat about the O'Driscolls. They're obviously the bad guys. I'm still not sure what went down on the boat, but I imagine that will play out in time. That went a lot better than I expected. I expected to completely mess it up, miss, scare the deer away, have to go chasing after him and all that stuff. But 2 clean shots, that's pretty damn cool. So that's all for me for this video. A couple of things that I noticed that were really, really impressive. The snow gathering on my back and on the deer on the back of the horse, as I said, and also the branch as he went past it. In fact, I'm just going to go and get on my horse and just ride through a couple of trees. Oops, didn't mean to do that. It wasn't quite so impressive. Let's go through some of these ones, see what happens here. Oh, it's still not bad, it's still not bad. No, that's not what I meant to do.
Easy, easy.
So I kind of want to do a little bit of bonding with my horse as well. It did say if I hold down the right stick, it sort of calms the horse. No, that just looks backwards. So maybe it's only in a situation when the horse needs to be calmed. Now, I don't like how the controls change. They do one thing in one situation and then another in another. I don't like that. But obviously if they need a lot of controls, they don't have much choice. Yeah, I do think the animations on the horse, just it's kind of idling where it scratched the floor and, you know, flicks. Look, I mean, look at that. The licking of the lips and the ears twitching is so realistically done. Very, very impressive. And I do like the accumulation of the snow. Oh,
Go easy, boy.
oh, I can do that then. So I can make my horse do this. Awesome. So there we go, guys. That's all from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be continuing with my Red Dead Redemption series. Oh, let's just pop over here to this little fire. Hello. Right, I'm going to put my horse back. I'm going to have a little look in the map to see if anything else has opened up now that we've done that mission. See what we're going to be doing next. Don't eat yellow snow. There we go. So this is where the horse is pissing the snow. Whoa, whoa, I'm walking into horse shit. I wasn't expecting that. But at least it's nice and warm. Oh my goodness. That's pretty impressive actually. I wasn't expecting to see the horse take a shit. So let's have a little look at the map, see if we've got any more missions. So we've still got this Bill Williamson one. It looks like we've got to do that before we continue. Now, I imagine this is another tutorial. Like that one was kind of like a tutorial of how you hunt and all that stuff. This is probably going to be like a Deadeye tutorial maybe, or something. Because obviously it's still showing me things. But aside of that, not much else to report. I mean, we've opened up a bit more of the map. We went down here. Still only a small area. But there we go, guys. I will see you in the next edition of Red Dead Redemption with Evil Arthur. And I'm not going to start playing with Good Boy Arthur until I've completed Chapter 1 at least, and then we'll take it from there. So you take care, have an awesome day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.